Hey guys, it's Jessie and welcome back to my channel and welcome to a get ready with me. I feel like I haven't done a get ready with me in forever, but today we're just going to be doing this eye look, this kind of bluey and green look, and then just a basic base. I did this with the Odens Alva 2 palette and I just used kind of these kind of shades here, these 5 shades here, and basically in today's video I'm going to be talking about where I've been, why I've been inconsistent, my future plans, why I've been on my gap year, stuff like that, lots of travel talk as well. But yeah, basically if you want to know about all of that stuff and see me get this look, then keep on watching. Hey guys, welcome back. So good morning. Before we get into any of the chit chat stuff, because I don't think I'll remember this, the palette I'm going to be using today is the Odens palette, and what I'm going to be doing first is just doing kind of these 2 green shades on the lid, and then I think I'm going to do some blue on the lower lash line. I won't be talking through it kind of as I go because I do think that I might just forget and get distracted. So I wanted to talk to you guys about that first, and I'm just going to really get into it, to be honest. Excuse the wet hair, I've got a bit of a busy day today and I don't really have time to dry my hair before getting ready, so I'm just going to kind of let it air dry as much as possible whilst I film this video. So I sound a bit croaky today, I don't know why, but we're just gonna have to live with it. So hello, it's been a while, it's been a little while. I had a little break posting on this channel. Obviously you will have seen I've got like Project Pan updates to post before this, so this is not the first time you'll see me kind of after my mini break, but that was literally only about a week or so of not posting anything. This kind of year as a whole I have been really quite inconsistent. I would say since March, which was basically since I started traveling, and I am going to get into that more in this video. But firstly I did just want to talk about where I've been more recently. So again, if you are new on my channel you won't know, but if this is not your first video you will probably know that I'm on a gap year at the moment. So I'm 19 and I finished school last year, and I've just been kind of doing work and also some traveling whilst I have been off, and I am basically going to be starting uni in a couple of days. So obviously again we'll touch on that later. I need to stop getting off track. So to kind of get started, where I've been the past couple of weeks, I've done another little trip. I went with my boyfriend around Montenegro and Albania as just like a kind of end of gap year last kind of backpacking trip. So we weren't staying in like hostel dorms, we were doing kind of like private rooms, but they were like very cheap kind of hostel hotel type of things, and it was just kind of cheaper to do that. It made more sense when you're kind of splitting the price, you might as well. But we basically went to Montenegro, that's where we started, and we were gone for about, I would say 2.5 weeks in total. So it was a reasonably short trip for like backpacking standards, but it was honestly so nice. So we started off in Kotor in Montenegro, which is probably one of my favourite places that we actually went on the trip. It was like a really gorgeous like old town. We did like a hike up to the fortress at the top, which was absolutely stunning. The view from there was insane. And then after Kotor we went down to Budva, which is probably kind of one of the more popular. I mean, it's not super popular obviously with tourism because it's kind of like the Balkans, it's not kind of where you would necessarily think immediately to go on a holiday. Went to Budva, which was kind of a nice, there was like an old town there, kind of a beach town. It wasn't quite as nice as Kotor, but that was really nice too. And then we went over to Sveti Steven, which is just like a 15-minute drive from Budva, and we did stay overnight there. You probably wouldn't actually need to stay overnight there. We didn't really feel like we needed to, but I'd already booked the accommodation obviously. And then from there we got a bus. It was like it wasn't actually too long, it was probably about a 3-hour bus from Budva across the border into Albania. So we only spent about 5 days in Montenegro, and I think I would have liked to spend an extra couple of days in Kotor because there were a couple of tours that like ran from Kotor to like the more northern parts of Montenegro, and that would have been really nice to do as well. But I don't have to do it all at once. Obviously I would like to go back, so that is definitely something I can do when I go back. And then I'm like dotting around makeup because I've got some that I took away with me, obviously not much. This is like the first time I'm doing a full face of makeup in 2 weeks, so I'm super excited. I'm just now putting glitter glue on my eyes, but yeah, I am so excited. I've like the past couple of days I have been like, I can't wait to do a full face when I get home, because I only bought like powder, blush, bronzer and highlight, and then like very basic eyeshadow. I didn't bring anything exciting, so I have been excited about this for a while. But we went into Albania then, and we went to Skoda, which is like by the lake and on the coast, and we did a hike from there. We did the Valbona to Teth or Theth, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, hike, which was so pretty. That was like 6 hours though, and I do not hike, so that was a little bit difficult for me, but we did it and I'm very proud of myself. So we did that one, and then the next day we also hiked to the Blue Eye, which is kind of like one of the more kind of famous spots in Albania. Literally the coldest water I've ever experienced. I didn't even properly go in because we didn't bring swimming costumes because that was kind of unplanned, but it was genuinely like I put my feet in it and it like cramped up all the muscles, like unbelievably cold. But we did that, and then we kind of stayed a couple of days by the lake in like a hotel which was a bit nicer, with a pool, a bit of luxury on the trip. And then we got the bus down to Tirana, did a couple of bits of like touristy historical stuff in the city. We only stayed there for 2 nights, and then we went down to Kusamil, which is kind of the whole reason I booked the trip, because I'd seen it on TikTok and I was like, that looks absolutely stunning. It's like kind of a beach area, and it's obviously just like not as popular as Greece, Italy, stuff like that, but it's like on the border, so it's basically the same like coastline wise and stuff like that. I'm now taking my number 7 airbrush primer. This wasn't a project, I can't remember if I've hit the goal or not, but it's just the one that's kind of the most accessible to me right now. It's like right here. Anyway, I loved it in Kusamil. I definitely could have spent longer there. We had 2 nights there, and then just kind of spent time on the beach, and then we went back up to Tirana to get a flight back. And as I'm filming this, we got back yesterday. I got home at like 5 p.m. ish. Had some sushi, which was so kind of well needed. I love my sushi and it was absolutely delicious because obviously I hadn't had any in ages. And yeah, that was kind of the most recent trip. So I did mention in my last video that I wouldn't be posting or anything for about a week or so. I probably should have finished my train of thought before I went to get my beauty blend wet, so I have not got a clue what I was talking about. But I'm now using the Morphe Hint Hint Skin Tint. I mean, I didn't really get tanned at all, but this is like my darkest foundation, and I obviously don't need it. Like, I don't need like 5 shades darker, but I'm just using this one because I mean I got ever so slightly tanned, and a lot of my foundations are too light for me anyway. But yeah, I think I finished talking to you guys about what we did in Albania. Saw it on TikTok, and that's kind of what I based the trip around. But yeah, it was really gorgeous, basically just like Greece and stuff like that, but so much cheaper. Montenegro wasn't as cheap as I expected. I thought it was going to be on a similar level to Albania, but Albania was kind of cheap, more similar to like Southeast Asia prices. I think slightly more, but very cheap for Europe, and it was gorgeous. I will have put up pictures and stuff as I've been talking, so you guys can obviously see, but it was just a stunning trip. I remember what I was talking about now. Okay, in my last video I did obviously mention I was going to be away for like a week or so, and now I am back. So I have been very inconsistent kind of all year, to be honest. I'd say basically since March or so, which was when I started traveling, and I am going to talk about all my trips in just a little bit. But yeah, I've been really inconsistent. Like, I wanted to pre-film for my first Thailand trip, but then I like left stuff that I would have to do when I was there, and I was just like, did not want to do like editing or like making thumbnails. I just really wanted to like enjoy my trip, which I think is fair enough, but that means I didn't have time to pre-film, and then I was away for like a month. So I went to Thailand for 2 weeks in March, then I came back, and then I went away again in May for a month, and I did kind of Cambodia, Vietnam, and then I went back to Thailand for like just a week, and then I came back, and since then it's just been summer really. And to be fair, I haven't been like overwhelmingly busy, but I just have not really had as much time for filming as I would have wanted to. I really liked before I went away that I was doing like 3 videos a week. I was being very consistent on this channel, and you guys seem to like the content, and I was also very happy with the content I was making. But for the past few months I've literally only been able to do like project pan updates and stuff. This concealer looks so light right now, but we're just gonna ignore it. So yeah, I've literally been only updating my projects and really just kind of updating them late and stuff. And I do want to talk in a little bit about my future plans, but I thought that would make more sense to save that for the end. I don't know why I've started talking about it now, because now I'm gonna have to just jump back into kind of talking about my trips. But anyway, as I was saying before I went off on a tangent and started talking about stuff that I plan to talk about later, I went to Thailand in March, and it was incredible. That was genuinely like, I did like a little trip to Budapest in February for like a weekend by myself, and that was like the first time I stayed in a hostel by myself and stuff, and that was really great. But kind of Thailand really just like sparked my love for traveling. Like, I knew I liked traveling, obviously. I'd done a little bit before and I'd really enjoyed what I'd done, like never completely by myself. I did some volunteering in South Africa when I was 17, and then I did like a cultural exchange to India, stuff like that that I all really enjoyed. so I knew I was gonna enjoy it, but I feel like I really just didn't really have many expectations, and all my expectations were exceeded. I absolutely loved my time there. I did like a group tour with a company called Intro Travel, and genuinely could not recommend them more. That's who I did Cambodia and Vietnam with too, just because I enjoyed Thailand so much. But it was incredible. We started off in Bangkok, so I did a couple of days in Bangkok. We went to like the temples and stuff like that, and then went out on Khao San Road, obviously, and then we went down to Khao Sok National Park, which was probably the highlight of my whole gap year. That was stunning, like genuinely one of the most beautiful places I have ever seen in my life. Just gorgeous, really. And then after that we went down to Koh Phangan and Koh Phi Phi, did the islands, and then finished in Phuket. And then I had to come home. I literally cried when I went home because I didn't want to leave. It was insane. So then I was back and I was working for a little bit before I kind of fully quit my job, which was just a like part-time retail thing. But I then decided I wanted to go back to Asia, and I did Vietnam and Cambodia. So for Vietnam, I started out in Hanoi. Did a couple nights out in Hanoi, like doing just kind of city stuff really. Then went to Ha Long Bay, which was gorgeous. Kind of like a slightly, I don't want to say not as good because it was good, but like it reminded me of Khao Sok National Park. Obviously Khao Sok is like my favourite place ever, so it can't quite compare, but it was gorgeous nonetheless. We stayed on like a boat in Ha Long Bay and like slept there obviously. Then we went down to Ninh Binh, which was like a kind of rice paddy type place. Really pretty. We did like a homestay there. Then went to Hoi An, which was stunning, kind of really what I imagined when I thought of Vietnam. Like there was loads of lanterns, there was like a river. It was lovely, so pretty. And then went to Ho Chi Minh City, the Mekong Delta, and did like the Cu Chi tunnels and stuff, which is from the Vietnam War. And then back to Ho Chi Minh City, and then after that went into Cambodia and spent about 10 days in Cambodia, I think it was. We started off in Phnom Penh, then went to Kampot, which is like I think it's quite famous for like the pepper plantations and stuff, and we there's like a big river there and stuff like that. Then we went to Koh Rong, which was probably one of my other favorite places besides Thailand. Koh Rong was just like such a gorgeous island, like literally like paradise, stunning. Then we went and finished off in Siem Reap, which I actually really like. I think that was probably, I don't really know if it's a city or just a large town, but either way that was probably one of my favorite like Asian cities that we stayed in. I could have definitely spent a lot more time there. It was really nice. And then me and a couple girls from that tour went across to Thailand, and I hadn't done the north of Thailand before, so we spent a few days in Bangkok before going up to Chiang Mai, and we did like did the waterfall, did like an elephant experience. I sprained my ankle as well, which was so rough, so by the end I kind of just wanting to get home because I had a sprained ankle, which wasn't fun. But if it wasn't for that, I genuinely probably would have wanted to stay out there even longer, and it was insane, like so nice. And then I just got a flight back Bangkok to London. And yeah, that was the end of my Asia trips. It doesn't sound like too much when I talk about it, but it was genuinely like insane, like best time of my life. And I am meant to be going back to Bali, or back to Asia to go to Bali in kind of like Easter next year, so I'm super excited for that. I cannot wait to go back to Asia. And yeah, so that's basically where I've been, why I've been so inconsistent, because I just haven't really been posting too much when I'm away. I've been really wanting to obviously enjoy my trips. So I came back mid-June, I was back for July and August, and then left at the start of September again for my little Europe mini trip. So even when I was back in July and August, I don't know why, I just really wasn't that consistent with my posting, but now I really want to. So my kind of life for the next few months is going to be probably quite hectic, because I am starting uni it's on the 1st of October that I actually move in. I'm going to Lancaster Uni, and I'm super excited. It's currently the 22nd of September when I'm filming this, and I've still got loads of stuff that I need to do, like preparations and stuff. What I've been thinking about recently, I feel like I've got like a newfound excitement for YouTube for some reason. Literally not got a clue why, like I could not tell you why, but I really just want to kind of get more consistent, start posting maybe 3 times a week if I can. I'm planning for the next week or so whilst I'm home just to film like tons and tons of videos. I've got so much that I want to film, and hopefully get like a little bit pre-filmed, so when I start uni I don't have to like film a video like in Freshers Week and stuff like that, because obviously I'm going to be a bit busy. It's like a whole new environment, like making friends and stuff like that, and overall I'm actually really excited about it. I feel like my gap year has just made me more excited for uni, so I'm very excited, really can't wait. I don't want to have to kind of worry about filming kind of just as I get there and stuff like that, but overall I think I want to aim for 3 videos a week, posting more consistently, putting just a bit more effort into my channel. I feel like before I went away I was getting really consistent. I was like starting to kind of, you know, branch out a little bit more of my videos, just do more kind of exciting stuff rather than just my project plans, which obviously I love, I will continue to do, but I don't want to just do that, like solely that and nothing else. I haven't done a get ready with me in forever. I don't think, I literally can't even remember the last time I did one. So the goal I think is gonna be 3 videos a week. I do have 2 other YouTube channels. One of them literally hasn't been posted on since March, and the other is my booktube channel, which I am still going to be hopefully actively posting on that one too. So I'm going to try and do maybe 2 or 3 videos a week on each of those, and then one on my main channel. Again, I don't know how well that's going to go, because obviously that's a lot of content, but I'm not going to have a job whilst I'm at uni. I'm just going to be a full-time student. So I want to kind of start dedicating the hours that I would do to a job to YouTube. I feel like that makes sense. Like, it is something I would hopefully like to turn into a job if I could. Like, I am currently monetized, not making a lot obviously, because when you don't post many videos you don't make a lot of money, funnily enough, and I only have a little small community on here, which I obviously adore, but it's not, you know, it's not like a full-time job or anything like that, or even a part-time job, but I do want to just kind of put more effort in and hopefully just kind of be more, I don't really know what the word is, just more active on YouTube, and just kind of make it more kind of a bigger part of my life. Because for the past, I've had this channel for about a year, I've had my other channel for about 2 years now, and it is obviously a big part of my life. Like, I love it. I watch YouTube the most out of like any other form of entertainment. Like, I've been watching YouTube for years and I've wanted to have a channel for years, so I love, you know, doing YouTube videos and stuff, and I feel like when I'm kind of consistently posting I am feeling a lot more productive, I feel a lot more motivated, and I'm just like a lot more happy. I feel like it also gives me a bit of a creative outlet, which I love. Like, makeup does that for me, but also like talking about it on YouTube and stuff, and just, yeah, it gets me more kind of motivated and stuff. So I'm really excited to hopefully start posting more frequently. Again, I don't want to make any promises just now, because obviously I'm about to start uni. Like, I don't know whether I'm just going to be busy like 5 days a week non-stop and then only be able to film like 2 videos a week or so, or like just 1 or something, but I just want to be more consistent, basically, is the kind of fundamental gist of it. So I'm going to put some brow gel on, and then we're going to do my lower lash line. Okay, I think they're the best we're going to get with the eyebrows, but now for the lower lash line, I think what I want to do is blue. I also want to get a slightly different green for this eye look. I feel like it's more blue in the crease, and I want it to just be a little bit more green. I'm gonna put more of that on because I think we lost a little bit, and yeah, that's really pretty. I think, yeah, it's just a little bit too blue for me, so I don't know what to jump into. I might try green from my New Mood palette, this one here, Energetic. It's a very limey green, but I just don't know whether it will just make it a little bit more what I'm looking for. There we go. Yeah, I feel like you can see this one's just a bit more green, and that one's got slightly a blue hint, which makes sense because I started with more of a turquoise colour, but I just want to make sure it kind of blends better. I don't want it to look like they're just 2 completely different colours. Okay, there we go. I'm definitely a bit more happy with that now. Obviously the lid is still, I think on camera it pulls a bit more blue, but it is really green. Anyway, so for the lower lash line, I'm gonna pop into Blue Peafowl, which is just this shade right here. This light blue, and I'm gonna put that obviously on the lower lash line. And then for the front portion, I'm gonna go into Blue Bubble up here, just on my finger. I can't tell if I like that or not. I think it's okay. Again, I'm not too sure how I feel. I think I like it. I think with mascara I would like it a lot more. I'm gonna go into Ray here because it is like a green to white duochrome, so I think that will look really nice on the inner corner there. And it does, it's really pretty. It definitely looks a lot more green in person. I feel like when the light shines on it, you get that little white flip. But yeah, so Now I'm just going to go off camera, do my mascara, and I'll probably pop on some lip gloss too. I'm going to use this as a little base, my Project Pan lipstick, and then probably my Fenty Baby Brute gloss because I've nearly finished that one. But yeah, I'm going to do some mascara now and then I will catch back up to you. Okay, so this is the final look. I do think I like it. I think it's really cute. I haven't done coloured eyeshadow in ages, but I think it's turned out really pretty. I think also the blue matches kind of like the blue in my top, which is very, very cute. But yeah, overall very pleased with this look. Definitely been a very chatty get ready with me, obviously. Had a lot to kind of catch you guys up on, like my future plans and everything too. I just realised my parting's like completely not essential, but we'll sort that out later. But yeah, overall I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like down below, hit subscribe, turn the bell to join a little club. Make sure you turn on all notifications, then you'll be notified every single time I post a new video. If you want to watch my other videos, there'll be 2 on the screen now to pick from, as well as a load linked up in the cards from earlier. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!